Blonde jokes. A road crew supervisor hired a nice-looking blonde woman to assist with painting the yellow line down the middle of the road. He was skeptical about hiring her, but she appeared enthusiastic and told him that she really needed the job. He explained to her that her workday would be to complete 2 miles of line on her road, and he set her up with her brushes and paint and got her started. After the first day, he was pleased to find that she did an excellent job and was able to paint 4 miles of road in her 8-hour shift. He told her that she did an excellent job and how pleased he was with her progress. On the second day, she completed painting 2 miles of road. Her supervisor was surprised that on day 1, she had completed twice as much work, but did not say anything, as 2 miles of road was the amount that the job required anyway. He decided to just accept it, and to look forward to the next day when he was sure she would pick up her speed again. On day 3 he was shocked to learn that in her 8-hour shift, she only completed painting 1 mile of road. He called her into his office and asked her, what was the problem? On your first day, you completed 4 miles of road, on your second day, 2 miles of road, and now on day 3, you were only able to complete 1 mile of road. Can I ask you, what is the problem? Well, she replied, I keep getting farther and farther from the paint can. It jokes. Daddy, how was I born? Ah, very well, one day you need to find out anyway. Mom and Dad got together in a chat room. Dad set up a date via email with your mom, and we met at a cyber cafe. We snuck into a secluded room, and then your mother downloaded from your dad's memory stick. As soon as Dad was ready for an upload, it was discovered that neither one of us had used a firewall. Since it was too late to hit the delete button, 9 months later the blessed virus appeared. And that's the story. Sex jokes. A king wants his daughter to have a husband, so he puts up a flyer. The first guy comes and the king puts green glitter on his daughter's private part. The next morning the king checks the guy's private part and there's green glitter all over it. More and more guys come along and the same thing keeps happening. Finally, one day this guy comes along. The king puts the green glitter on his daughter's private part, and the next morning checks the guy's privates and there was no green glitter. The king is thrilled and offers the man his daughter's hand in marriage. The guy smiles to accept with a mouth full of green glitter. School jokes. Nate, why was school easier for cave people? Kate, why? Nate, because there was no history to study. Dirty jokes. 2 older women were outside their nursing home, having a smoke, when it started to rain. One of the ladies pulled out a condom, cut off the end, put it over her cigarette, and continued smoking. First lady, what's that? Second lady, a condom. This way my cigarette doesn't get wet. First lady, where did you get it? Second lady, you can get them at any drugstore. The next day, lady 1 hobbles herself into the local drugstore and announces to the pharmacist that she wants a box of condoms. The guy, obviously embarrassed, looks at her strangely. She is, after all, over 80 years old, but very delicately asks what brand she prefers. Doesn't matter, son, as long as it fits a camel. Marriage jokes. 2 old women were talking about their sex lives. Ethel was upset because her sex life had really died, while Mildred said her sex life was great. Mildred counseled Ethel, when my Sammy is getting ready for bed, I get undressed, lie on the bed, and put both legs behind my head. When he sees me like that, he gets so excited, we have wild sex the rest of the night. Ethel said, I'm going to Try that tonight. While Ethel's husband Harold was in the bathroom that night, she took off all her clothes. She struggled to get both legs behind her head. After accomplishing this great feat, Ethel fell backwards and couldn't move. Harold came out of the bathroom with a shocked look on his face. For God's sake, Ethel, comb your hair and put your teeth in. You look like in a hole. Dirty jokes. Two old ladies are walking through a museum and got separated. When they ran into each other later, the first old lady said to the second, "Oh my! Did you see that statue of the naked man back there?" The second old lady replied, "Yes. I was absolutely shocked. How can they display such a thing? My gosh, the penis on it was so large." Whereupon the first old lady accidentally blurted out, "Yeah, and cold, too." Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris made Newton write 3 laws of physics just to break them. He was having a boring weekend. Alcohol jokes. A man comes home late one night, drunk. "Where have you been?" asks his wife. "In the Golden Bar. They have golden chairs, golden glasses, golden beer, and a golden urinal." This sounds awfully suspicious to the wife, who calls the Golden Bar. "Do you have golden chairs?" "Yes." "Do you have golden glasses?" "Yes." "Do you have golden beer?" "Yes." "Do you have a golden urinal?" Hold on. On the other end, she hears, "I think we have a line on the guy who pissed in your saxophone." Blonde jokes. An airline captain was helping a new blonde flight attendant prepare for her first overnight trip. Upon their arrival, the captain showed the flight attendant the best place for airline personnel to eat, shop, and stay overnight. The next morning, as the pilot was preparing the crew for the day's route, he noticed the new stewardess was missing. He knew which room she was in at the hotel and called her up to ask what happened to her. She answered the phone, crying, and said, "I can't get out of the room." "You can't get out of your room?" the captain asked. "Why not?" She replied, "There are only 3 doors. In here," she sobbed, "one is the bathroom, one is the closet, and one has a sign on it that says 'Do not disturb.'"